Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to also share, like, and comment. The issue of Margaret Chisulo, Znbc presenter, and the caller was resolved administratively. Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new here, this is J Cool. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to smash the like button on the video. Don't forget also to turn on the notification bell that every time I post a video, you are also notified. So for those of you who are just seeing this video for the very first time, this is a story of Margaret Chisulo, a Znbc presenter who told the caller from Kabwe to use the language that she herself, Margaret Chisulo, could understand instead of the language that the caller wanted to use, which is Lozi. And now this issue brought a lot of tension to the point that even the Minister of Information rose and gave a directive to Znbc management to deal with this issue administratively. And I remember the other time even Thabo Kawana also gave his word, and he was also on TV where he was saying that the presenter was supposed to allow the caller to use the language that she wanted, then to ask the caller if she can be able to interpret that in the language that presenter could understand. If there be none, you might find that the next caller might interpret what the previous caller had actually said.
We, as presenters or guests on the panel, do not understand. We still allow them to express themselves in their language, and at the end of their contribution, we are able to ask them, are you able to interpret what you have just said? And if they are not able to, you will find that there will be another caller that will call in and say, what the previous caller was saying is this. We do not curtail. We don't curtail people from expressing themselves in their local.
So now, according to Thabo Kawana, he said it is not right for the presenter to cut the caller or to instruct the caller in the language of the presenter's preference. That is what Thabo Kawana said the other time. And I remember many people actually gave their concerns, and many people actually they commented according to the way they felt. Others were in support of the presenter, others were in support of the caller, and others were just neutral, where they were just looking at the issues on both sides, and others just saying, okay, it's not a big deal, and the like. So now we saw this issue became very hot to the point that even Znbc board chair also gave directive to management at Znbc to actually deal with this issue administratively.
Zambia has over 73 tribes, different languages, and none of them is superior to the other. They are all equal. So whatever happened, it's something that we are all learning. And I would want to assure the nation that as board of management, we have directed the management of ZNBC board to follow this issue according to lay down administrative processes and procedures so that no one is disadvantaged.
After that, we never heard of anything. We never heard the way forward. We were not told what happened. So now, allow me to give credit to Diamond TV. According to Thabo Kawana, he said that this issue was resolved and it was done. So now, let's hear how this issue was handled and how this issue was resolved. Let's watch this video, then we'll come back after this video and discuss a little bit.
I'm so pressed to ask around an incident that happened just a few days ago, where Margaret Chisulo of ZNBC asked a caller to speak in English because the caller was trying to speak in Lozi, but she couldn't understand Lozi. Many have a feeling, PS, that as government you blew things out of proportion because you paraded the minister himself, you paraded the board chairman of ZNBC, and yourself apologizing to the people. When you go on social media right now, people are saying, don't fire Margaret Chisulo. Why did government have to blow this issue out of proportion? Let's talk to that issue.
Firstly, it was not blown out of proportion. It was dealt with accordingly. The minister did state that as a ministry, we have left it in the hands of the board to deal with it with their management. And as a ministry, I now took the minister's message to ZNBC physically that this matter is being dealt with by the board through your management. And I had a meeting and I addressed the staff there with the management there. And the issue has been handled administratively. But suffice to say that our role there also was to go and re-emphasize that Znbc is a public broadcaster. And as a public broadcaster, it belongs to the people and all the people in Zambia, regardless of what region or tribe they come from. And when you're handling a program on a platform like Znbc, or even here, if you're handling any program, for example, in English, but you allow callers to express themselves in their local dialect, you can't choose which local dialect they should use. So if they use local dialect A, and another one calls in and uses local dialect C, you must allow them. But you may not understand the language that they are using. But because you do not understand, you allow them to finish their contribution. And then ask them, are you able to translate what you have just said? Are you able to interpret it, maybe in English? Then they will be able to do that. If they're not able to, you will find that even by mere chance and luck, the next caller also will come and tell you, in fact, what that other caller was talking about is this, and this is what he or she meant. But you never tell a caller that you can express yourself in your local dialect, but not that particular one. Only local dialect A or local dialect B. But C is not allowed because I don't understand C. That's not your problem. So if you're going to allow local language, it must be local language. I myself, whenever I am engaged in interviews or so on, I mix English and local dialect. I speak English, but I'll mix it with Nsenga, I'll mix it with Lozi, I'll mix it with Tonga.
Make us understand, PS. Wasn't this issue supposed to be dealt with administratively?
And it has.
Why did you have to go to ZNBC and tell them that you have to deal with this administratively?
No. I did not go to go and tell them. I went to reassure the staff that this is what is happening. Remember, there was an outcry that the young lady has to be fired.
Outcry from who?
From the public. It was a public outcry.
Did this affect you in any way as a ministry?
When there's a public outcry, as government, you respond to a public outcry.
How do you measure the level of outcry? Because I mean, I don't think that any level of outcry, if you a government in place, I don't think that there's any level of outcry that may influence the decisions you make as a government.
Okay. So there was an outcry by the public to the ministry that please move into ZNBC and fire that gift.
So people wrote to the ministry?
People wrote to the ministry, people phoned the ministry, people came physically to the ministry. It was a huge outcry. So it needed to be handled, and it has been handled. Remember, our role as a government is not to exacerbate divisions among us people, it's to build. And that is why we had to go and have a chat with them, and even gave the example of how His Excellency the President is running our country.
So now we just heard what the PS has said. He said that this issue was resolved administratively, and there was an outcry that Margaret Chisulo has to be fired. So now the question I want to ask is, was Margaret Chisulo fired or she wasn't fired? Because he just said there was an outcry that Margaret Chisulo has to be fired. Now, was she fired or she wasn't fired? Again, what he said is the issue was resolved, and it was resolved administratively. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this interview of Thabo Kawana PS, the courtesy of Diamond TV, if at all Margaret Chisulo was fired or not. Thank you for staying along until this end of the video. I will see you in the next video, only if you subscribe and share my video. Peace.
What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J Cool.
Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, J Cool, and turn on the notification bell, cause I'm gonna see you in the next video.